Neil, how are things after the result on Sunday?
Well, I mean, there's a tinge of a lot of disappointment, but like I said, you know, it was a very good run. We'd been on in derbies for 30, 40 years, so it had to come to an end sometime. They got the break with a goal, bit of luck involved, and it was always going to be a close run thing. So yeah, we're disappointed, but we've a lot to play for still this season.
You weren't very pleased with what Craig said after the game at
no.
the weekend. He said this morning that it was just a laugh, what he said.
I didn't find it funny. So comments like that come back to haunt you. And I thought it was derogatory to my club, to my players, to my supporters, and to me. And he didn't come for a drink after the game to explain himself. So the gloves are off now.
Has that changed your opinion at all of Craig?
Yes.
What would you say your opinion now?
I'm not going to dwell on it. Look, I think I made my feelings pretty clear on Sunday after the game what I thought, and I'm making my feelings clear here as well. So I think you can read into as much as that as you want.
You say that the weekend things with Anthony Stokes will be sorted this week, and obviously wasn't in the team at the weekend. Does that mean that you're maybe looking to bring in somebody for the forward position? Yes,
we're looking to bring, you know, an attacking player in if we can. Anthony's back training today, and he'll be in contention, in the squad for the squad tomorrow night. So he's trained today.
Does that mean everything's sorted out with Anthony now?
I wouldn't go that far, but he's back in training after. You need to ask Anthony that. He asked for time off. He got the time off. He's back in training today.
Does he still have a future at Birmingham?
Well, it's something we'll have to consider, and we'll have to look at over the next few weeks.
How much of it is in Stokes' hand to maybe kind of concentrate on football and not have off-field issues?
Well, for every player, it's the same premise. You know, it's your job, it's your livelihood, it's what you're paid to do, and you have to act accordingly. There has to be sacrifices made. You know, there has to be a dedication and a discipline to your game. We've all had to do that, you know, and sometimes players cross the line, and you understand that, but sometimes players cross the line too many times, and they have to be responsible for their actions sometimes.
Given the fallout from Sunday, does it give the players and yourself a bit of an incentive, added incentive for the rest of the season as you go and finish above Hearts?
Well, I'm not thinking about finishing above Hearts or anything like that. I'm thinking about finishing, well, we want to be as strong as we can in the Premier League. It's our first year back after a 3-year absence. I think we've played very, very well. I'm really pleased with the performances and the contribution that the players have made. We just look forward to the second half of the season. If we could finish in the top 4, that would be a magnificent achievement. So that's the incentive now. Now we're out of the cup, we have to go as forcefully and as strongly as we can in the league.
The last few weeks, you probably, well, before the break as well, probably not picked up as many wins as you'd wanted. You know, there's obviously the disallowed goal taken into that as well. Is that maybe where? Is that just going to show how well you were doing at the start of the season, or is the team just dropping off a bit, maybe?
Our team?
Yeah.
Maybe. You know, we had 7 games in the month, so there might have been a bit of fatigue towards the end of the month. I think if I'm going to be critical of anything, we've probably had too many draws. We've had plenty of wins, you know, and a lot of draws could have been converted into wins, and we'd be sitting really better off. So the performances, in essence, have been good. You know, the results maybe haven't merited the performances at times, and we need to try and sort of direct that into more wins. There's no question there's been a lot of draws this season. Kilmarnock, for example, in our last league game, you know, we dominated the game for, you know, majority of the game, didn't come away with the 3 points. You know, this fixture at Dens Park, we were very, very good. Unfortunate not to win it, ended up with a draw. So if we can convert more of the draws into wins, then, you know, we'd be delighted with that. But I'm very, very pleased overall.
Is the trip to Dens coming so quickly after Sunday, is it a perfect opportunity to just get back on the horse and just...
Yeah, I think it's good to get it out of the system. You know, there was a 3-week sort of sabbatical between each game, so you can understand a little bit of rust. You know, you always get a knee-jerk reaction after a defeat from outside sources, and everyone has an opinion. you know, I wasn't overly disappointed with the performance. It was a difficult game in difficult conditions. I think we handled it pretty well. The game could have went either way, and we had good chances to win it. Our decision making in the final third could have been better, and we would have come away with a good victory. But yeah, I think it's always good to have a game more or less off the back of a defeat. You can get it out of your system very, very quickly, and the players, I'm sure, are looking forward to the game. It'll be difficult. I think Neil's done a very good job. There's a style and an essence to the way Dundee play. You know, he's stamped his own sort of ideas on the way he wants them to play. So yeah, every game's been competitive and every game's been difficult, and this is no different.
In terms of the body count for tomorrow, is everybody coming all right?
Well, Marv's struggling. You know, he took a heavy one, which was debatable. Yellow or red card. So he's doubtful, but he's the only one who's at risk really of missing out.
We asked you last week, just quickly, Neil, about Michael O'Neill and the Scotland job. Obviously, the picture's totally changed there now. What can you tell us about that?
In what way?
What do you think about him snubbing Scotland?
Well, he had his own reasons, obviously. It leaves Scotland in a bit of a difficult position now. It's been a long time. I think Michael was the #1 target, and understandably so. But it leaves the SFA in a bit of a predicament now. You know, who's next? I think it's a plum job, you know. But I understand Michael's reasons behind it. You know, the IFA, I think, have made him an improved offer. He's got the keys of the kingdom there, and rightly so, because he's earned that right. So it would have to have been a really good offer from the SFA to persuade Michael to go, and obviously it wasn't enough.
How can Scotland tempt somebody into the job?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the ramifications or what goes on behind the scenes with the SFA, but I think it's a very good job. You know, I think it should be a much sought after job, but at the minute it doesn't seem to be. I don't know why, because I think after Gordon, Scotland were making good progress. Yeah, it's a high pressure job, but I'm sure there's a lot of managers out there who would fancy it.
Knocked on your door?
Not yet. Surprisingly.
Any interest if they did?
I'm very happy here. You know, it would be flattering, but I'm very happy here.